They sticking on me. Hey, welcome back to Visions Now, Supper Club. All views expressed for their educational and journalistic purposes, they're not the views. The management, advertisers, and staff of 92.1 FM. However, Visions does desire to bring a quality entertainment program which intellectually stimulates and culturally fulfills our community's needs to develop leadership and inform decision-making for our collective future. Welcome to the village. Often imitated, but never duplicated. I'm Dr. Jaylene Hood, your host and executive producer. Welcome.
How can my man be in love with me and still be tempted to cheat? If women really want to have this conversation, then we need to go outside of your feelings and how you think it should be and step into the realm of things of the spirit, because that's where this battle takes place. Temptation isn't if my gets hard, I have to try not to do something type of thing. Temptation for a man is I have to wake up every day and deny my natural proclivity of being attracted to women when in my whole life I've been taught and been practicing lack of boundaries, lack of self-control, and lack of self-discipline with women. Temptation is your man trying to be with you when you are either unwilling to or haven't even been taught to support him emotionally, let alone spiritually, and still say, I just have to deal with being deprived in that area until she's willing to learn. Temptation for a man is the enemy knowing what seeds to plant in his mind, knowing what the ex that got away looks like, and knowing how to put someone that looks just like her in front of him at the same time that you are depriving him of emotional and spiritual safety. These are the thoughts that men fight day in and day out sometimes. It's not as simple as if he loved me, he wouldn't do that. It's more like, I know my man has to wake up and fight this uphill battle, so let me do my best to give him a winning chance by actually putting in effort to be there emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, mentally, and physically. And God give me the strength to make that priority over my suspicions and my skepticism. How can my man be in love with me and still be tempted to cheat? If women really want to have this conversation, then we need to go outside of your feelings and how you think it should be and step into the realm of things of the spirit, because that's where this battle takes place. Temptation isn't if my gets hard, I have to try not to do something type of thing. Temptation for a man is I have to wake up every day and deny my natural proclivity of being
Even spirituality, I don't believe in religion. Let me give you the difference. Teach me. Well, spirituality is
There's a lot of women who
I believe in spirituality. I don't believe in religion. Let me give you the difference. Teach me. Well, spirituality is a personal and community system of trying to comprehend one's relationship with God, trying to figure out one's purpose in life, and trying to achieve God consciousness, which is reunion with your creator. That's spirituality. Religion is a system of psychological control and economic exploitation by parasites in the community who simply want to live off other people's money without earning it. And so they manipulate you into believing that only if you believe in this particular religious narrative that can't be proven, can't be scientifically validated. Jesus Christ don't have a cemetery. There's no gravestone. Moses has no gravestone. Muhammad ibn Abdullah has no gravestone. Noah, Jacob, where is the grave for these religious leaders? I'm not arguing that they don't exist.
Oh, yeah, we know that.
I'm not arguing that they don't exist. What I'm saying is your religious beliefs cannot be scientifically verified. You understand me? Spirituality doesn't concern itself with religious narrative. In other words, when you look at traditional African spirituality, even if you look at Chinese, and we gave it to them because we civilized China, East India, we gave it to them, we civilized them. I got a good question. They focus on establishing a relationship with supreme consciousness. They don't focus on, I'm talking about their traditional spiritual systems, not their modern stuff like Christianity. They don't focus on whether or not Jesus Christ was your savior, whether or not Muhammad was the last prophet of God, whether or not Moses was sent with the 10 Commandments. You understand me? They don't focus on that because that is doctrine and dogma, and doctrine and dogma has nothing to do with building a relationship with God. I believe in spirituality. I don't believe in religion. Let me give you the difference. Teach me, boss. Spirituality is a personal and community system of
You want to be whatever, I don't care, whatever it is that you want to be. Nope. Everyone's going to put all that on pause. It's about 10,000 people in the tribe. You're going to go to school in hospitality, and you're going to learn how to be able to run a hotel, how to run casinos and tunnel vision, because this is about our tribe getting to generational wealth. Wow. So everyone was like, all right, let me go ahead, learn about hospitality and retail, everything. So everyone went back to school, learned these things. Then from there, they had their first casino. They had to fight for the rights, for casino rights, because remember, they're not federally recognized, but their land they own that land. So they had their first casino. Today, they own every Hard Rock in the world.
Wow.
The Seminoles is the most, I would say shout out to the Seminoles. Y'all know y'all give me love when I come down there. I love the Seminoles. Oh, you want to be a rapper? You want to be whatever, I don't care, whatever it is that you want to be. Nope. Everyone's going to put all that on pause. It's about 10,000 people in the tribe. You're going to go to school in hospitality, and you're going to learn how to be able to run a hotel, how to run casinos and tunnel vision, because this is about our tribe getting to generational wealth. Wow. So everyone was like, all right, let me go ahead, learn about hospitality and retail, everything. So everyone went back to
system is perfectly designed to get the results it achieves. That's what we have to appreciate. These systems, if people say, well, how do we fix them? They're not broken. They're designed to produce exactly what you see. There's no fixing them. There really isn't, because they're perfectly designed. We need new systems, right? These systems, as they're set up, are designed to do exactly what they're supposed to do. Women have a certain position. People of color have a certain position. White people have a certain position. When you look at law enforcement, I can't tell you how many people have said to me, how do we fix it, Joy? How do we fix it? I said, you can't fix it. You know that policing, for example, in America, it came from slave patrols. Right. So the actual where it was derived was terrorism. They were terrorizing enslaved people that had been freed for fear that there was going to be a revolt. It never happened. You realize that they still punish us over this notion of fear of what we're going to do. Because, and that's their pathology. I mean, that really is their pathology. But if it actually came from slave patrols, what makes you think it's there to protect you? It's not designed to protect you. It may occasionally, but that's not what it's designed to do. Every system is perfectly designed to get the results it achieves. That's what we have to appreciate. These systems, if people say, well, how do we fix them? They're not broken. They're designed to produce exact.
Understand that no, daddy gets up and works out in the morning. No, daddy is sweating by the time you get up. Daddy's already eating breakfast and he's ready for the day. Daddy's on Zoom calls. He's making it happen. Daddy's thoughtful. He's really seeing things in the future that's trying to make it happen. Daddy is bringing people together. He's bringing unity and provoking change. They had to see all that stuff for themselves and then get in where they fit in. So now that they could see some of my attributes, now they could adopt some of them. They're not going to adopt all of them. Quit getting to the situation where you think your kids are going to be you. It ain't but one you. And you should be thankful it ain't but one you. It'll never be another you. That attitude you got, we don't want that, okay? That tardiness you got, nobody want that. But all those true qualities, yeah, you could have all that thing, but those things, but it's only one you. And I don't expect from my kids what I would do. I used to, and I got my little feelings hurt. Understand that no, daddy gets up and works out in the morning. No, daddy is sweating by the time you get up. Daddy's already eating breakfast and he's ready for the day. Daddy's on Zoom calls. He's making it happen. Daddy's thoughtful. He's really
Brothers, think about the sacrifice that our fathers have made to build America. Think about what government has done to show their contempt for us. Don't you think it's time now for us first, as black men, to stand up? Isn't it time for us as black men to be the men that our women and our girls and our children will honor and respect, because they see us as builders, they see us as producers, they see us as providers, and they see us as protectors. When we rise, all this madness will stop. You ain't got to call on no 911. Just call on the black man to stand up, be himself, accept responsibility, and we'll end all of this damn crap that's in our community that we're suffering from. Brothers, think about the sacrifice that our fathers have made to build America. Think about what government has done to show their contempt for us. Don't you think it's time now for us first, as black men,
I have this thing where I tell my clients this all the time, even the ones who are already married. I said, did you choose marriage or did you choose him or her? Because see, I'm not a woman who's choosing marriage, right? I had a father, and no pun intended to the fatherless girls, because that's a hard space to navigate. And I don't understand that personally, but I understand that because I've been helping women navigate that for 16 plus years. But I had a father. He was participatory. He was my best friend. He doted on me. He loved me. I was his everything. I was one of his biggest investments besides all the other 6 of us that he has. But I said that to say, so I'm not choosing marriage because I need a title of validation or something that I can just hang up like an ornament. I'm really choosing a person. And so when you choose a person, that's when marriage lasts. Because if I'm choosing you, I'm plugged into you. And that means that I literally can't go outside of you and find another you. But if I choose marriage, I can take that title and put that on anybody, right? So that's how marriage is able to dissipate so quick, and the divorce rate is so high, because it's like, look, I was choosing marriage to begin with. I never chose you anyway. So I can just go choose me another pretty thing, like you put marriage on her and be in a marriage, but not in a relationship. And so when I'm out with men, I'm like, two things. Would I want my son to be like you? If it's a no, then it's a no. So I have this thing where I tell my clients,
Everyone with nappy woolly hair is called an Ethiopian. The root word for Ethiopian is ether, and the sun produces ether, called prominence. We are children of the sun, Etherians, called non-ether beings. Our blackness comes from the sun. Within the marrow of our bones, you will find sun heat genes called carbon. The more sun heat genes a person has, the blacker that person will be. So black is superior, and the suns of the universe are jet black. The sun is a male, and the earth is a female. Our woolly hair is called granulation because of the potency of the heat, which curls into the number 9. We also carry a sun within our chest, called the solar plexus, the soul, which is ether. And if a black person breathes on the back of their hand, they feel a heat, which comes from the ethers inside of their mini sun within their chest. So we are the only people who could have existed on the planet Earth when the planet was forming, because the atmosphere was too dense for people without carbon. Our woolly hair proves that a person is superior because your hair is an extension of your nervous system. They are antennas, and the more nappy your hair is, the more stronger you are, because our hair point towards the sun like plants do, and their hair drops towards the ground, and ether is magnetic, which pulls your hair towards the sun to receive electromagnetic waves. You are children of the sun, Etherians. This science is called Nuapu. Everyone with nappy woolly hair is called an Ethiopian. The root word for Ethiopian is ether.
So somebody said that providers are going to be more controlling. Yeah, probably goes with the territory for two reasons. One, a provider can probably get any woman he wants. So why would he want a typical woman that's for the streets? He's not going to go for that. He wants to upgrade. Okay, a woman that like to be at home. Okay, a mature, calm woman that ain't into running the streets no more, if she ever was. Second of all, if you're making that kind of investment in a person, you like to protect your investment. You can't protect your investment with some wild woman out in the streets, want to go on girls' trips and put all her business on live and on the gram. You cannot. That's your investment, walking around doing some wild shit. You can't put up with that. So you women who want a provider, y'all ain't ready. Y'all are not ready because you want to be out in the streets. So just be out in the streets. Don't worry about it. Save all the providers for me, okay? Because all I want is to be at home with a glass of champagne in my hand, cooking my family some lobster tails and some filet mignon and an apron and nothing else. Okay, you can't cook naked. Okay, an apron and some heels. Okay, so y'all already know how I feel about girls' trips. That ain't happening. I don't want brunches. I don't want nights out. I don't want to bar hop with my girls. I don't have no girls. I don't even have any daughters. That's how much I don't like hanging out with girls. Give me a provider any day. Thank you. So somebody said that providers are going to be more controlling. Yeah, probably goes with the territory for two reasons. One, a provider can probably get any woman he wants. So why would he want a typical woman that's for the streets?
Hello, visionaries. This is Dr. Jaylene Wood, the host and executive producer for Visions Now, and also your Mystic brother. That's right, with the Mystic Moment, 92.1 FM, smooth R&B, every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we're the one that said, help us help you. And what we're trying to do is that we're trying to get money into our community. We spend too much money with other people that don't do nothing for our community. All of this water here, that we are here for fundraisers for you, okay, to help us provide resources for our programs for our young people. We were just in Elizabeth County yesterday. We're going to be going to Warren Williams, going to be going to Fowley Homes. We're coming to a neighborhood near you. But the bottom line is that if you have an athletic team, they need to be drinking real water. This is water not from Walmart. This is from the Black Wall Street Network. We have to bring our dollars back home. We're making everybody rich, okay, and also making us emotionally poor because we don't support each other. So if you have a business out there, restaurant, or you know somebody, or you just want to get some water for your own personal use, this is the best water in the business. None better. God made this water. It's artesian spring water. Artesian. Don't go by just I'm not gonna call no name. That blue bottle and all these other jackleg bottles. No, this is the real water.
That's how we lie.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another session of Visions Now, this Supper Club. And I'm your host and executive producer, Dr. J. Hood. And of course, we have my partner in crime, this brother Julian. Of course, he's out there holding down Columbus State University with the NAACP and the progressive black men situation out there. And of course, we're going to talk to you a little bit about what's going on out there. But again, we just like to say to you all out there, happy, blessed Kwanzaa season that we're in now. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that because many times people think Kwanzaa is a holiday. It is. It is a holy, but it's not a holy day. It's a season, and everything that is divine is holy. But this is not Kwanzaa. The celebration of Kwanzaa is cultural. However, Kwanzaa is divine, meaning that God created Kwanzaa. What is Kwanzaa? Kwanzaa means the beginning of first fruit. Some people in some traditions say, "Well, this is the rising sun." Okay, this is the birth of the sun and the Son of God, and of course that is the light of God. And it says, "Was Jesus the Christ was the light of the world when he was in the world," and so therefore he being the Son of the living God. And as a result of that, our Father. If it wasn't our Father, then why would we say our Father who art in heaven, right? Because that means that we all have the same Father. Those of us who come from the Son. And matter of fact, you heard a little bit about that earlier. Yeah. About that now everybody didn't come from the Son. Some people came from the people who came from the Son. So that's another situation. We hope that you are enjoying yourself listening today, because we have a wonderful show and we're doing some different kind of things now. Hopefully, we're going to be having us a little taste of Southern soul and some blues favorites and that type of thing. We also, I cannot deny that I am a little prejudicial towards Carver High School. G.W. Carver High School, George Washington Carver High School. And we were very, very proud. We feel we were riding high on that success because, they were from, the Dub in Columbus, Georgia, but represent all of Columbus, Georgia. And of course, it's the heart of Columbus, Georgia. It's the heart of many of us, like myself, who went from the first grade to the 12th grade on that holy hill. No doubt about it. And so we're going to be talking with one of my little family members, Kendrick Pierce Spencer, and we're going to be talking with him later. And of course, he made somebody can correct me, but he made history from my understanding. The way I look at it, anyway, I'm the one that said, because I don't know of any other ninth grader in the championship game kicked a field goal as a freshman from Carver High School. So I know that's history making. If it was a ninth grader, he wasn't in the championship game. Yeah. And it was a ninth grader, he wasn't at Carver High School. That part. So therefore, it's history making. So therefore, now in the future, there might be somebody some years coming that as a ninth grader in a championship game from Carver. But that right now, that's right. So, little Kendrick, we're quite proud of you, family, and And we're gonna talk to him a little bit later on with his doubting mama. And that is my dear sweetheart, Danielle Spencer. And so we're very, very proud. Of course, this year's been really, really good. My grandson from Northside High School, of course, he was a standout defensive player. Matter of fact, made second team all region defensive player, and from Northside Columbus High School, and Northside Columbus, Georgia, rather. And now he did have to say his inspiration came from Carver too, though, because he went to Carver in his freshman year, so he was inspired by that Carver spirit. So, he still has Carver in his heart. It's a generational thing. It's a DNA thing, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so again, we hope that you are enjoying yourself, getting ready for the holidays. And now I do have some critiques and things like that, and I hope that people that don't get in your feelings. But these are things to think about. These are things to think about. Well, first of all, now we put a lot of things about, and you go to my page. We have a lot of things about relationships. And anyone who has a question about relationships, they got a problem with relationships. We do provide couples communication. We provide, unfortunate family violence and anger management, conflict resolution, co-parenting, parenting. So we do provide those those kind of services. And they want you to know that. However, we will do some things that grant us today as well, meaning that you have a question about relationships, you want to get our professional opinion. There are a lot of people out there who, and I'm not saying that they're not some good advice, but I'm trying to say that there's professional advice. And then there's personal advice, So we try to stay away from the personal, but we do try to focus in more on the professional advice in terms of resolving issues. Whether you have a child-parent issue, whether you have a parent-to-parent issue, just a general issue about life and not you feeling depressed. Because many times this time of the year, many people are very optimistic and they're excited about the prospect of what they might be getting for the holidays. And of course, remember now, this is the Kwanzaa season. Kwanzaa is a lifestyle. That's what we say Kwanzaa 365. It's a lifestyle. Now, but during Kwanzaa season, there are some holidays, and that is Christmas is a holiday, Hanukkah is a holiday. And then there is a Kwanzaa celebration during the Kwanzaa season. In other words, there's a divine celebration, and the divine celebration is the beginning of a new year, meaning that the sun and the earth begins its new cycle, and the year it starts off. They start off together. Then throughout the year, it circles. And go in the longest day of the year generally, I think during the summer, right? Then after the summer, then the days start getting short again. That's why they have daylight saving time and all that. But then during the Kwanzaa season is the shortest period of time of sunlight, and it's also the beginning of the new sun. The new sun is born. This is the time of the birth of the Son of God. Is this season, and that goes back billions and billions and millions of years, as long as you can remember, because it's a divine celebration. If you go back into history, before that was January, February, March, like that. The months of the year, were astrological signs. So therefore, it's like Aries, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo, Libra, Scorpios, Sagittarian, Leo, Aries. In other words, they were astrological signs. And now if you go like to places like to China, they still kind of have that kind of vibe about you because they have the year of the pig, the year of the bear, the year of the frog, or whatever. You know, they kind of have that kind of vibe because it's directly connected to nature. You know, so it's not about spending all your money. Of course, in America, everything is monetized. So therefore, you know, it's almost like, you know, you feel like you haven't had a good Christmas or a good Hanukkah if you didn't get a gift. But the fact of the matter is that you already got your gift. And our gift in Kwanzaa is we have an opportunity to continue to celebrate life 365 days by making sure that the air, the water, life itself is what we call mayat, in balance, that we want to make sure that this is the time where we review our previous year and think about, okay, now what could I do better in various areas? And some of those areas include in terms of unity, in terms of Kujichagulia, in terms of Ujima. And see, this is the Kwanzaa season, okay? And we want you to understand that, you know, that there are some symbolic things you can do, but the main thing is that you are reflecting on your life. And as we mentioned, that every day of the year is a different day for the commemoration of Kwanzaa. And there are various symbols that's a part of that. And if you have any question about Kwanzaa, we'd be more than happy to, you know, to let you know what that's all about as well. Okay. So again, we'd like to thank you for, as always, for being with us. Share this, share. And they say share. Share it with a friend. Share it with others, because this is your place. We want you to know also that we love Southern Soul, we love blues, love jazz, love reggae. So we're gonna give you a little, you know, through this season. We're gonna give you a little bit of all of that. But we do want you to also to let us know about some of the celebration. And we're gonna find out when we talk to Kendrick, you know, what's going on to celebrate the victory. I mean, boy, was it a victory, man. Matter of fact, we can find that clip, and we're gonna show that little clip where Kendrick Williams kick that field goal. Okay, yeah, we're gonna put that up when we go to break and everything. So again, we'd like to thank you for being with us. Remember, you have any questions, you have any comments, don't hesitate to give us a call. Matter of fact, you can give us a call at 706-221-4830, 706-221-4830. Feel free to do that, and we are looking forward to talking with you. And whatever question you have about life, about the world, anything that you, listen, it's like this. Anything that you really, really, really seriously want to know about, then we're here with you. I mean, and we're not nobody's side. We're not, you know, we're not, you know, we're not, I wouldn't say we're apolitical, but we're not political in the sense that we have one political side or another. Outside is the middle path, the balance. You know, we're not left or right. You know, we'll right down the middle, right? I mean, that's what we're talking about, having that's what Mayat is about, having a balanced life. You know, we you know, I don't care if we're doing something right, we should be able to be celebrated. If we're doing something wrong, we should be admonished for that. That's the way it should be. But again, you have to get your what you call your center right first, though. You have to make sure that you know the difference between right and wrong. And I find out many people just don't know the difference between right or wrong. But we're gonna take a little break here, I guess, and come back, and I'm gonna take a little water break. By the way, what would be really nice for a holiday gift is that you buy a case of this water. We can have it delivered to your home, a case of water that we have for you for our fundraiser, and you can use it for a fundraiser as well. But give a gift of water to your friends and to your neighbors. Okay, list the visions down. Your supper club tonight, right here.
is a Swahili word that means harvest or first fruits. For the 15 million African Americans who celebrate Kwanzaa, the harvest is who we have become, what we have struggled to build and to develop in our nation, our community. Although Kwanzaa is celebrated from December 26th through January 1st, it is not a holy day, a religious holiday. Instead, it celebrates the tradition and culture of African American people. The foundation of the Kwanzaa symbols is the mkeka, the mat. It is made of straw and it represents the history and tradition of African people. The best known Kwanzaa symbol is the kinara, the 7-candle holder. It represents African parenthood, the mother and the father. In the kinara, we place 7 candles for the principles: unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith. They represent the Nguzo Saba, and that is the true meaning of Kwanzaa. You'll hear more about that later. This wooden cup represents the Kikombe Cha Umoja, the unity cup. It is used to pour libation and for everyone at the ceremony to take a sip from to symbolize unity during the Kwanzaa celebrations. These ears of corn are called the muhindi. They represent the children. There should be 1 ear of corn for each child in the household. The mazao are the crops, fruits and vegetables, which represent the rewards or the harvest for our productive efforts throughout the past year. If there's one similarity between Kwanzaa and Christmas, it is the zawadi, the gifts. Kwanzaa gifts, books, jewelry, articles of clothing, are intended mainly for children, and they are designed to reward the children for the promises made and kept during the year. We complete the Kwanzaa display with a poster listing the Nguzo Saba, the 7 values that are the focus of Kwanzaa. We also display the Bendera, the red, black, and green flag created by Marcus Garvey for the African people. During Kwanzaa ceremonies, the family lights the candle for the day and discusses that principle. Then we share a drink from the Kinkombe, eat the evening meal, and focus on building positive values in the African American family and community. As a holiday, Kwanzaa is relatively new. Its roots are in the intense self-examination that bridged the civil rights movement to Black nationalism in America.
And many of the people who were advocates of civil rights saw that the only interest was in social justice, correcting the social injustices in the society. But they were not have the vision enough to see that that was not our only problem. The social justice was not our only problem, that we had a real problem in terms of developing a greater sense of community among us as a people. And we cannot really see or understand or appreciate social justice until we understand that we are in fact a community of people, and that therefore we must begin to build institutions and the organizations and structures that will greater extend that sense of community among us as a people. Kwanzaa was created in 1966 by Dr. Maulana Karenga, who at the time was a student at UCLA, and it was part of his organization, which he called US organization. He created Kwanzaa as a way of introducing to Black people the 7 core principles of the organization. And at the time, he was developing a socio-political philosophy called Kawaida, which was centered on African American culture and the development of African American culture as a key to unifying Black people so that we can begin to develop a stronger sense of community, and also to prepare us for social and political change in the society. Dr. Karenga originally developed Kwanzaa as an alternative to Christmas. And that was because the nationalist community saw that they didn't want to observe Christmas as a holiday, as a cultural holiday. And so Kwanzaa served as an alternative for many of the nationalists at the time. But you have to understand that many of the African Americans are Christian. And so therefore they want to celebrate Kwanzaa as a cultural holiday and also observe Christmas as a religious a specific religious holiday. And there's no discrepancy or no problem with that with us. Kwanzaa has grown, in other words, from being an alternative to being a complementary holiday and a holiday that can draw, that can unify the African American community, no matter what religious perspective you adhere to.
The language of Kwanzaa is Swahili, and one of the first things people do is learn the Nguzo Saba, the 7 values. We honor one of the Nguzo Saba on a particular day of Kwanzaa. The first day is for Umoja, unity. Kujichagulia is for self-determination. Ujima is collective work and responsibility. Ujamaa is cooperative economics. Nia stands for purpose. Kuumba means creativity, and Imani is the value faith. The values play an important part in the lives of African Americans, not only during Kwanzaa, but throughout the year. For example, Umoja, unity, plays a fundamental role at the St. Bernardine's Head Start Center.
Okay. For the key. Okay. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Peace be unto you, family, and I tell you that Carver's in our DNA. I mean,
Yes.
I went to the first grade at Carver Elementary, and I stayed there 12 years. And so he's like, what can I say? I don't know nothing but Carver, right? And then, of course, your dad, and he was my big homie,
Yes.
And so then, of course, came along. I think you came along, Danielle, right?
I did. So my father was the second class of 1964.
Well, I know.
My mother was the last official Black class in 1970.
Right. Well, I guess my point was that in terms of our family, Leroy went to Kendrick.
He went the hard way. He went
the hard way? Oh, the hard way. I thought he went to he wasn't Carver.
It wasn't Carver.
Right. And then of course you came, then Travis came.
Yes.
Right. And
yes.
then of course, my son Jihad the second, he came.
Yes.
Okay.
Now my dad's brother went, other brother Clifford.
Well, your Clifford was at Carver. Your Clifford was at Carver. Yeah. And then of course, then of course, like I say, after that, then my grandson came to Carver for a year, Jihad the third, and then Kendrick Pierce Spencer showed up at Carver.
And there was never a question about it.
Never question, no doubt about it. In the DNA, in the water. Speaking of water, in the water, in our Black-owned water. So again, I've listened to the piece I guess you pulled up from GPB several times, and it's just kind of interesting. They were saying, "Oh, they gonna try a kick," and oh my goodness, there's a freshman, Kendrick Pierce Spencer, and he's gonna, they're gonna have him to, and I'm sitting there, and I saw Kendrick point up and do that sidewalk. I said, we might make it do something now. Yes. I know that was that 37 yards? How many yards was that?
It was 26 to 27.
27. I know I was 7 in a 27 yard. And it was a beautiful thing. I mean, and he was saying, boy, there's a lot of pressure on a freshman, ninth grader, on a ninth grader.
No pressure. There was no pressure.
I mean, I knew that, but they didn't know. They didn't know your background. They didn't know that you came from a. Well, I won't say that, but you came from a strong family background. Therefore, that you couldn't wait to get out there to kick that thing. So again, I like to say, so again, what I know your mom is there, but can you just kind of walk us through, for example, the game itself? Obviously, now your cousin J3, he had a chance to go when we played last time in the Georgia State in the final game against the team, and we didn't win that one, but he was on that team, so he had a chance to go. But my point is that tell me a little bit about you, Kendrick, as what was your feeling coming up to the game, and did you expect that you were going to have to do a field goal, or that was just, you know, you were ready if they decided? Well, just kind of walk us through your feelings and your thoughts about it as that moment emerged.
To be honest, as the coaches called for the field goal, my feelings, I didn't have. I said, I told myself, God, make sure I make this kick so I get my team these points. And coming into the game, I said, it's my time. I got to show in, show out, and you know, do what I got to do off and on the field.
And of course, that's one. It's probably one of the biggest stages. Probably one of the biggest stages that you've been on. Maybe I'm not sure, but when it was, you know, I mean that was a big stage, state championships for in Georgia. You know, so that was so Kendrick Pierce Spencer, you know, is in the record books now. You know, and that's something that maybe you can tell your children about, you know, that type of thing, you know. So what did the coach, what did my frat brother say to you when you came out the field with Coach Coffee?
Chad was happy. Like,
well, I know Chad was happy.
Yeah.
I know he was happy. Yes. So when did you get a chance to talk to the coach then?
You mean after the field, like after I made it?
Yeah, after you made it, right? Uh-huh.
Coach Brinkley came up field, gave me a high five, and it felt like now I know what my job is and know how important I am to this team and make sure these kicks, you know,
right.
always go straight through.
Right. And I know that maybe you don't know this, but you see, you've been raised to be a kicker for Carver. I mean, you don't know that, but that's been already, you know, because when your uncle Travis, you know, at the time they went big on the kicking, so he didn't really get a chance to be a kicker. And of course, your uncle Chad, you know, he went out there with them Raiders. And so your mama, you know, we already knew that you playing soccer. Soccer was just getting you ready for kicking. That's really, at the end of the day, that's really what it was. I don't know when it kicked in for you that you knew that or not, but that's been in the playing books for a long time for you, that you would be because you had those shoulders to stand on. Because your Uncle Chad he's a legend in his own time. And so we're just very, very. I just want to say that we're just very, very proud of you, and you are reflective of a great Carver athlete. And I mean, as a freshman, I mean, I'm sure that before it's over, I can only imagine you're gonna hold some records. I'm sure about that. And then of course then if everything works out, that maybe you get a chance to cross those burning sands and become a great Kappa man. so then you'll be on a bigger stage when you do that one. There's no doubt about it. So mother, of course, I know. I mean, you know, because a lot of kinfolk were looking for you. I don't know if you saw cousin Joe.
I did. I did.
We tried to find you. I said, she down there somewhere down in that area over there. And somebody heard me talking and said, well, let me call her and said, is she down there by this? And so tell me, what did you going through? I mean, I know you go through it every game, but what in particular, what was your day like, you know, with your baby, you know, getting ready to step on the stage?
I tell you, the commentator was talking about the heart thumping, and it wasn't his heart thumping. It was mine.
I know it.
It was mine. And I tell you, I had shared that I was just so scared. You know, we've been to an Atlanta United game, we've been to the Atlanta Falcons game, but my son was about to play in a
Right.
championship game, and I wanted to make sure. I was so nervous that night that I think I woke up about 3 o'clock that morning.
Right.
You know, just and I could where we were staying, I was looking at the stadium and I was like, okay, Lord. And so every game, we're just like, okay, Lord, we're praying and screaming and looking, praying, screaming, and looking. But it was just so surreal. And it is
That
just
was
amazing. It is
exactly.
amazing. Our alumni, our fans, our friends, our family, you know, people were there and we were having a good time. We were having a good time. Our boys, our student athletes are amazing.
No doubt about it.
The coaching staff is amazing.
That Carver mystique lives. That Carver mystique lives.
Yes. From the encouragement, from the discipline, you know, it's on point. On the hill, it's no joke.
The pride. See, that's another thing about it. That it is not an individual pride because see, when you're on that hill, it's a legendary pride. I mean, it's like you play for Carver now. So I mean, all these other you play when you play for Carver, you playing for legacy. You playing for family. You playing for tradition. You know you're not just playing in any other school. See, because and you know that if you go to any other games, don't nobody follow their team like Carver followed this team. You know, so it's not a generational gap when it comes to Carver at all.
It's not. And we have alumni that come back and coach because we had Jamon Fortson came back to coach. Patrick Butler came back, you know, to coach and to help. And even though Chad went to Shaw, he still came back to help coach. So,
well, let's say he by the way, your mama went to Carver too, didn't she?
Yes, class of 7.
Right. So I'm just saying, I mean, yeah, I know. I'm just saying that. So Chad got Carver in him too. You know, so we claimed him too. Yeah, he just represented another school, but he's still Carver. You know, no doubt about it. So
just such a blessing to have him on the sideline.
Oh yes, no doubt.
And just such a blessing, even with Christopher Lindsay, the way that those kids are together at Carver, we have no issues. And it's just a wonderful environment, a wonderful culture, and a wonderful, you know, nurturing.
That part. And like I said, that we've been a proud graduate of Carver in 1966. And of course, the whole idea is that, you know, we started that tradition about we call it on the Holy Hill.
Holy Hill.
Yeah, on the Holy Hill. And once you've been on the Holy Hill, it's not like any other place because S.P. Charleston put a model for the type of principles that should be at Carver, and Mr. Lindsay, you know, he certainly fulfilled that, and I think that he was able to be embraced by the Carver family because we saw in him someone who embodied the spirit of the Carver mystique, and he certainly has protected it, and we appreciate him. I understand that he might be, you know, going on this year for relaxation, but I just want to say that we like let him know that we appreciate that he's done to assure that this legacy continues, the tradition continues. We have high years and low years, but we always know we're coming back.
Yes, and we will come back for another state championship next year.
No doubt about it.
Yes.
So Kendra, right now, what would you like to say to if there were some middle schoolers out there looking at you and you they think last year you was in middle school and this year you in the state championship with Carver? Well, what would you say to someone in the 7th or the 8th grade who wonder about what they should do? And of course, I mean, I'm not going to necessarily say they should come to Carver, but I'm just saying that they want the best experience all the way around. I think the Carver is the best of all worlds. But what would you say to those coming up behind you? I know they're going to be asking you questions because they again, like it or not, you're in the spotlight now.
I would say to the 7th and 8th graders coming to middle school from high school to Carver, and they play football and want to play football for Carver High School, all I want to say is that you have to first you have to live up to the challenge. Come here, play how you play, so we can get another state championship. The two things that college coaches will be looking for is grades, GPA, and are they coachable?
That's right, coachability. That's right. That's attitude. That's right. Attitude of gratitude. And there's no doubt about it. And that's one thing about it. See, Carver's always, in our day, Carver was seen as an academy. Danielle, Carver was viewed as an academy of schools. They didn't have academy, but that's the way Carver was designed. I mean, like in my day, Carver was like a mini college. We had social clubs, we had business clubs, we had professional clubs. I mean, we ran Carver. Students, I mean, we were there up until 9, 10 o'clock at night doing things. I mean, Carver never shut down. In my day, that kind of thing. So that spirit, I just love it. I love it, and just very, very proud of you. And you already know how proud the family is, because we've all watched you evolve, and all our young people. So we're just very, very proud of you. And your cousin J3 said he look forward to talking with you as well, because he's been checking you out, and he's getting ready to go into college. So he's gonna talk to his little cuz, and so y'all can chop it up a little bit. All right. So Mama Danielle, what you would like to say to all those mothers out there who struggle, who wonder about their children and trying to keep on the right track? What's the formula would you say is important to, in particular these days, to kind of keep your children on track?
I would say be consistent, set your expectations, and love your children. Just love on them. Just love on them. Be consistent, set the expectations, love on them, and keep them encouraged. Keep them busy. People, would always laugh about me being on the go all the time and him doing stuff. The streets is not an option for him.
That's right. The streets
is not an option. So therefore, if there's a sport that he can play, he's going to play. If there's something that he can do, with our other organization, Jack and Jill of America, he's going to do that.
Right.
So I would just tell our parents just to love on your children, be in their face, be in their ear, keep them encouraged. Make sure you're being in contact with their teachers. Make sure if you don't hear from the teacher, you need to call their teachers. You need to go to their classroom. You need to see what's going on with them, and just be involved. Be involved. I was doing Kendrick's stats today, athletically and academically, to just be involved and love on your children.
Exactly. And Miss Stacy Chapman said, congratulations, Kendrick. Miss Shisha Brown said, ODH on the hill. Travis Spencer says, the legacy will continue. No doubt about it. And of course, Mama Francis said, Coach Wallace Davis was an influential part of mentor Chad, who in turn passed it to Kendrick as well. And so there's no doubt about it. We are so proud of you, and we're proud of the fact that you accepted in a stride, and that's what it's all about. And so we know, again, you're part of the tribe, so you already know. There's another thing that your mama didn't mention. You're accountable to a lot of people. You might, she might not see you, but somebody in the tribe gonna see you. So you are held accountable wherever you are, and we're very proud of you for doing that. So we're gonna give you the last word on this interview here. What you like to say about what it takes to be a good athlete? I don't know if we actually. I know we talked about the grades and all that, but actually to be a good athlete, what was your biggest challenge? I'd say that. What was your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge for being a good kicker and also a good athlete is I found this quote. It's from Ray Lewis. Whatever your path is, that's your path. And if you want that path, you got to go get it. Ever since my mama was teaching at Carver High, she told her students that I was a kicker. They didn't believe her. But now that where I'm standing right now, now they all know that I'm a kicker.
Right. They didn't know who she was. That's why they didn't believe her. now that they know who she is, now they realize she didn't give you facts. She wasn't boasting. She was just facts.
I had a student to say, Miss D, you would always talk about it. And, we would say, yeah, okay, But then when he came out there, Miss D, he did it,
Right. So you just a mama talking about her child. No, she's mama talking about her child, but this mama been going them roads, and she's seen her child evolve, and she know what her child is capable of. And so again, we've been very, very proud, and we'll just leave it there. And of course, we will be following you, as you know, and of course, you already know, happy Kwanzaa to you. And,
happy Kwanzaa.
And no doubt about it. This is the season, and of course, Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah for those who during this Kwanzaa season. Remember, the Kwanzaa is the season, and you have holidays during the season. So, because we live 365, and that's what it's all about, and that's what love is all about. It's 365 days. So, thank you for your time. I know you've been busy, and I know you still. And I don't think he's really. One thing about it, stay humble, self-assured. And like I said, like your actions speak for you. You don't have to debate with nobody. Your actions speak louder than words. All right, go right ahead.
Another thing was, after we won state championship, I did cry. It was emotional.
You weren't crying by yourself. A lot of people cry. Cries of joy.
Celebrating it with the team, with some guys that I actually knew when they were juniors and sophomores and freshmen. And now, even though we will not have the seniors that we had this season, we're gonna have some other dudes, defensive players, offensive players that gonna step up to this challenge, go get another ring, and bring another one back to Columbus, and make sure I lead this team. These kicks, they gotta go through, and just want to thank. I got to thank the coaches, man. The coaches, Coach Brinkley, Coach Newman, Pierre Coffey, even my teammates, Xavier Billingsley, even Coach Patrick Butler, Coach Young, and Jody Hill, and it's a blessing. And before I actually graduated from middle school, I told myself, since Chad went to Shaw, I want to go to Shaw too and make history at Shaw like he did. But I had to think I had another option. So I go to Carver. Because Carver didn't have no kicker since they won the state 2007 in 3A. And now I'm here. Man, now now I'm at the right place where I need to be.
No doubt about it. You didn't know you were going to Carver. We know she give you freedom of thought, but you going to Carver. So you might have thought you were going to Shaw, but you weren't going to Shaw. There wasn't no way. We had already talked about it, buddy. The fix was in.
Well, we thank you.
That part. Much love.
Love you
as
too.
always. So we'll hopefully see you during the Kwanzaa season, and
yes, sir.
And so we can get some things together. And so I know the family's proud, and all the Columbus is proud of you, and all the Columbus should be proud because Carver, was representing Carver until he got to the championship, then representing all of Columbus. You see, so everybody should be proud to be from Columbus, and you're a part of again. And from my standpoint, as I said, you're part of history because you're for as I know, you're the only freshman that kicked a field goal in a championship game from Carver.
That part.
so therefore so that means that even you have another freshman, unless they kick it in a championship game, they're still gonna be history. So that's gonna be hard to break, right?
Yes.
All right, dude. Yes. Take care.
All right,
much love. And we'll see y'all soon, okay?
All right. Love you dearly.
Good. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Much
Take
love.
care.
All right. Yes, that's what it's all about. And encouraging our young people, and we got to make sure that we continue to do that. And like you said, mentorship. That's what we do. And if you want to be a part of the New Era Coalition, where we it's that greater tribe, but we're here. We're trying to get 500 mentors, because we're getting ready to start going into the youth detention centers and putting mentors with them. We got to save our young people. And let me just say this: that I haven't seen the movie yet, the documentary, but I'm going to be cautiously watching that. That I pray that this movie that they're talking about, documentary about gangs in Columbus, that is not just to glorify the gangs, glorify how hard Columbus is, but I hope it also shows the neglect that the government and that the corporate community has allowed, and because of our lack of political will to do what's necessary so that Columbus will not be this place known for gangs. And that's a failure, not of the children, but that's a failure of adults. And I pray that we make sure that our politicians, our preachers, our civic, those who consider themselves as civic leaders, our corporate leaders, our government leaders, let them know that just like uptown Columbus and downtown Columbus is booming, we want the east side, this central Columbus, and the south side, we want those to come up as well, and we can do it. But we want our Liberty Theater to be taken out of prison. I don't know why they put Liberty Theater in prison, but we want to free the Liberty Theater. That's a new call I'm having. Free the Liberty Theater out of prison and let it glorify Columbus, Georgia, the way it should, and turn it back over to the community and get it out of the hands of the government, because the government don't know what to do with it, because government is mismanaging enough things as it is. Business licenses, facilities, all kinds of things. So we're saying, hey, listen, turn it back over to the community that did manage it for many years, had some bumps in the road, but the community is still qualified to run its own affairs at the Liberty Theater. And we got to stand up for that. And we need 3,000 to 5,000 jobs, 3,000 to 5,000 opportunities through recreation or employment, etc., to make sure our children are busy and accountable every day, not just during the summer, but every day, so that they can begin to see a brighter future. And that's really what it's all about. That the children have not failed us. We have failed our children. So, Julian, what tell me, what's on your mind? I know that you're from Columbus, and you have some thoughts about it as well. What are your thoughts about moving forward?
The documentary, or just in general?
Just in general.
I'm optimistic. I definitely think we're in a very unique position as a town. We got two paths we can go on. We're not so solidified as some of the other towns. So we got really, it's opportunity. It's opportunity for those who are responsible to change what type of city we wind up being.
Right.
And, so I'm really looking forward to not just talking about it, but actually putting in the work.
Right. Exactly.
So we can again make the type of communities and families and children that we need.
Exactly. And let me make it clear: we're not asking you to fix it. We're asking you to give us out the resources that we are paying our tax dollars and other resources, so we can fix it ourselves. I mean, the recreation program. We got to be more robust for our community that have been neglected for so long. We have to provide opportunities for our young people to learn the work ethic, so that they can develop themselves and look forward to having greater opportunities with their lives, and not just lives in the street. We don't want this to become something that glorifies Columbus. Oh yeah, I'm from Columbus because we hard and we got we're from Columbus and we got pride. And we got Carver High School scholarship, excelling atmosphere in athletics. But we also from Columbus, Georgia, because Columbus has a tremendous history, Black heritage here, that we can do. And we're gonna listen. We're gonna do it with or without the help of those who call themselves leaders. Real leaders is gonna unite with our community, and real leaders not going to be spending all their time downtown. Really, is going to be out here walking these streets, talking to these young people. And also, what about a parade for Carver High School? Because and my thing is that do a parade through East Winter. I don't care where it is through the school, but we need to have a parade. And our alumni, let's get prepared to do something special. I don't know what it is when we hear from the coaching staff and others. Whether that's going to be whatever the alumni can do to support our athletes to give them something memorable. Then of course we'll do that. So we just want to make sure that our children, when they excel, that they get the same love and the same attention. No, they get more. They don't have to get the same. We're just saying is that respect, mutual respect. We're gonna respect ourselves, and therefore we're gonna be an example of how others should respect themselves. So that's how we feel tonight. So I was going on to Columbus State University because we have an extended version tonight, and we can do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. But again, things are going well. Right now, we've set a new. Basically, we are again just preparing for the next semester, and our goal is to increase our recruitment. We want to get at least 30 to 50 members, and then start organizing from there, so we can really put our flag into the. This is a little bit better. Put our flag into the ground. Yeah, I'm really optimistic. Really excited. And just can't wait for for the next semester.
Right. Well, we appreciate the fact that you all have been a pivotal partner in New Era Coalition.
Absolutely.
We hope that we have been as much of value to you and to your future, because you all are our future. We kind of hard on you all because we don't want y'all to turn out like some of the people that we have put our hopes in and then they fail us.
Yes.
So we're trying to let you see not to be like that. It's y'all, because one day you or somebody from your generation going to be city council, be mayor, be state representative, become. But we want you all to revive that old time religious spirit. That we'll with faith in God, we're going to do all, and we're going to make sure that we save our young people because they are our future. If they die, we dead.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's just that simple. They live, we live. So
we take the relationship seriously. Absolutely. And again, we're trying to carry our weight as well.
Exactly. And I was thinking the other day, and I was saying to myself, why is it that our community, in particular our Black middle class among people, why it seems like why are they asking for our youth to be incarcerated and to be locked up? Mm-hmm. When they understand our children are wayward because they have not been loved. We need better. We need better parents. We need better mothers. We need better fathers. We need real grandparents. We need teachers and neighbors in community. We got some plans coming that we're talking about revitalizing the Central Columbia. When I talk about Central Columbia, we're talking about Winton. We're talking about the South Side. We're talking about the East Side. Carver, Spencer, Kendrick, in particular. That we're saying that we have a plan. We're in the process. We're not just have a plan, but we're not like a famous people we know got a plan. No, we actually have. We are actually implementing plans already to save our young people. And if you want to be a part of New Era Coalition, please give us a call. We'd love to have you to be a part of. And we're not, as we say, like one of the ladies was saying, the problem right now is the fulfillment of a plan for our children to be locked up. That's why we're building a new courthouse. You're not building a new courthouse to keep people out of jail. You build a new courthouse to process them into jail.
The system is working perfectly.
The system is working perfectly. So we have to create a system that works perfectly we want to put the courts out of business. We want to put the jails out of business.
Perfect antidote.
That's right. So we want to turn every school into a Carver High School. And we want every student to be reflective of the pride that our Carver High School teams, basketball and football, and others that we want all the youth of Columbus to feel that the spirit that we have on that Carver Hill. Yes, no doubt about it. So we wanted to let you know also that we want to spend some special time in the future on this show. We want to talk more about what we call the black man-woman problem, because our children are being destroyed through fratricide because the mamas and the daddies are bickering, fighting. Most of the children see too much violence in their home, so they take that violence into the street. So we're saying that, come on, be honest about it. We do, family. Many of you don't know, but we do family violence intervention program. We do anger management. We do divorcing parents. We do premarital. To get on the right track. But we also want to do some relationship checkups. If there's something going on in your relationship, you don't know exactly how to fix it, give us a shot. Give us a call. We'll put on the right. Maybe you don't know, but you think you're doing the right thing, but maybe you're not really doing the right thing. But you don't know. I mean, so let's talk about it. It's time for us to have a sincere. Ladies, what do you have to give to the gentlemen that you think they need? And gentlemen, what do you think you have to give to the ladies? Because so often it's about ladies, what do you want from them? Or guys, what do you want from them? Our discussion is, what do you have to offer that can help the male in your life? Males, what do you have to offer to the females in your life? So that's the way our discussion is going to go. Not what ladies, not what you think men should be doing, or men what should. No, what we want to talk about is, what do you have to offer to help men be better, ladies? Men, what do you do, or what do you have to offer ladies so that they can be better? And I'm talking particularly, I'm talking about being better fathers. Yes, sir. How can you help the dads be better fathers? Dads, how do you help these moms be better mothers? That's what we're talking about now. How can you help each other be better parents? That's what we want our discussion. So from this point on this program, Visions Now, and with this season of Kwanzaa, we're going to make a real hard. Last year, our focus was on violence, and we're still going on violence. But we said we're going to add to that. We want to stop the family violence. We want to stop the domestic violence, the dating violence. We want to get at the root of what is all many of these killings of killings around domestic issues. I mean, conflict over the boy-girl stuff. So we're saying let's start having some discussion about this. So we already have some plans. We want willing to modify the plan, but we think we got some solutions. But you got to make sure that you help us, and make sure that your governmental representatives, your political representatives, your pastoral representatives, they're going to support your children, because we give support to everybody else's children. But it's time that God bless the child that got his own.
You said, can the black man and black woman make peace for our children?
Can the black man and black woman make peace for our children? I mean, can you stop fighting for a moment for the children? I mean, can you stop fighting in front of the children? You can't say you love them if you can't stop fighting among yourselves and give them attention. Because what do? They get that anger that they feel, and they go out and take it into the streets. Then they destroy each other. So we got to certainly do something about that. We're also going to add a little feature. We're going to play a song of the week. And this week, what's going to be our song of the week before we close out tonight?
I think it's Mr. King George. We got some of his the best of
King George. Okay, we're gonna do a little King George. And this for my dear friends and who are listening in, and we hope to be also a place for a lot of good Southern soul. And so we'll conclude here with little King George, and then we'll do our closing.
Bye.
Yes, sir.
And with the hottest disc jockey.
DJ D Porter, another Porter production.
But
But it's something about the nighttime, baby. They bring the freak out in you. Bring the
Freak out in you.
Say good in the morning. And it's good in the evening too. Yes, it is. But it's something about the nighttime, baby. They bring the freak out in you. Bring the freak out in you. Say they good in the morning. Good in the morning. And they good in the evening too. Yeah. But it's something about the nighttime, baby. Bring the freak out in you. Bring the freak out in you.
Journey of Monarch is now available on both PC and mobile with Google Play Games.
No, we've been talking about when you didn't call in.
Experience more ways to play and sync your in-game progress across your PC and mobile devices.
Did you come in?
Command your lineage on a larger PC screen and lead
Okay,
your
good.
kingdom to glory with enhanced mouse
yeah, I
and
didn't
keyboard
see.
controls.
Yeah.
And get 10% off in-game purchases when you play on PC
But
with
did you
Google
actually
Play Games.
come in here?
Get started by
I
downloading
didn't see
Google
your
Play
face on
Games today.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Because I was looking at. That's why I kept looking at it, and I saw when the other people came over, I didn't see your. That's why I go do it. That's why I gave up.
Enemy submarine spotted. Attention. Reporting a target position.
Oh, okay, yeah. I gave advance to come.
Let me tell you about my love, my sweet baby. Darling, your love so good. You do all the things that a real woman should. She's a freak in the day, she's a freak at night. It don't matter where we are, my girl's a freak on sight. And you might say, that's not the type of girl you like. But when it come to me, girl, it's quite alright. Cause it good in the morning. It is good in the morning, yes it is. And it good in the evening too. It is good in the evening too. But it's something about the nighttime, baby. Nighttime, baby. Bring the freak out in you. Bring the freak out in you. Said it good in the morning. Said it good in the morning. Yeah. And it good in the evening too. Said it good in the evening too. But it's something about the nighttime, baby. Bring the freak out in you. Bring the freak out in you. Every now and then, when it start to get good, that's when my baby start to get all into it. That's when she started talking.